I'm Bill, I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Lake Tahoe, and welcome back Chris, one only X-Ram, to the channel. And if you guys don't know, I wanted to just give you guys an intro because a lot of you guys been asking, where's Bill? Here I am. You guys must have missed the video where Chris is now taken over the channel. So unfortunately, back in August, I broke my arm and I have not been able to ride. So I've turned the channel over to Chris because Chris has got some great videos and great access to a bunch of motorcycles and exotic cars. So today, Chris is going to be riding an MV Agusta Rush for us. Now, I almost got the opportunity to do a review on one. Unfortunately, the owner of the Rush said he didn't want any miles on it, and I was going to do the break-in miles for the review. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one, but Chris, one only X-Ram, has got a review video for us. So stay tuned, you guys. I'm here. I'm not leaving you guys. Chris is helping me out, and hopefully it's going to end up being a great duo channel, me and Chris, because like I said, he's got some great stuff coming for the channel. So without further ado, let's turn this over to Chris and give him a warm welcome, give him some likes, subscribe, do the normal, you guys, because as soon as I get some snow, I know it looks like we've got some snow here, but it's not very much snow. It's actually, we're just like less than a foot of snow. We're gonna get the snowmobile out for you guys, but let's get it over to Chris and let's see this MV Agusta Rush.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a fun, interesting, and really just a unique riding experience type of day. We get to ride something that I've really been wanting to for a while, even though I've actually ridden two other variants of it. We have the 2021 MV Agusta Rush 1000 RR Brutale. Like, do you even add Brutale back to the name? I don't know, but it is the Rush 1000. Is actually my favorite variant of it, the first one. Look at that thing. I've done many reviews of the Brutale 1000 RR, so I'll put the links around for you guys to check it out, because go into the tech and the electronics and the engine, all those fun specs. But I want to touch on how unique and special the Rush is. 2021 MV Agusta Brutale Rush 1000 RR. This fine gentleman right here will allow me to ride his one of 300 beasts. This isn't really going to be a review because I've got a ton of Brutale reviews from all the electronics and the mechanics, so we'll put a link in the description and somewhere up above. But yeah, stay for a ride and we'll go over some really cool bits about this beast. So with the Flash ECU and the particular settings that the owner here put on his bike, the throttle response is so much more tame. Before it was very choppy, especially race mode. I mean, they're supposed to be choppy in race mode, very responsive, but now the power kind of comes on beautifully smooth, like an inline four should. Remember, we do have some cold tires, so nothing too crazy. But the bike just handles like crazy, and it's something that I will point out later. With the foot pegs really makes a difference for this bike, because on the track I wasn't a huge fan of it because of the way the rear sets felt, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So you want a little behind the scenes of how things work. We had a wonderful drone shot set up there, all those mountains, and unfortunately Cody, well, he does come through, his equipment failed him. Sad. It happens, but we're still gonna get some cool drone stuff. So ladies and and gentlemen, you had a quick behind the scenes of what it's like to try to shoot this stuff. It is not easy, especially when you don't have closed roads or anything like that. You got to deal with the public in public places. It's very annoying. But, you know, I was able to take this ultimate iteration of the Brutale, the Rush 1000 RR, and really get to experience it. Me personally, I think this is how Brutale should really feel. The way the power is delivered, the custom map that the owner put on this as far as the throttle response and everything really makes it a nice easy thing to ride. And even though it's still a monster, like once you open it, it just goes into this killer mode. But I always saw it as a beast, and this is definitely that, cranked up a few notches. Another piece I really like about this particular Rush is he put on different brakes, and I think they look really cool, and they really match the design of that carbon rear cover. The next controversial piece is this guy. MV Agusta says it helps reduce the drag coefficient when you're hauling ass down the road. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I think it's super unique, and I've never seen a bike with a cover like this except for those that do the ultra high speed runs. Well, for MV to put on a street bike, I think is really unique. The next piece is this tail section. If you look at the Brutale initially, it's got this look that's like this, and you can kind of see through the tail. Well, they took all that out and put this little, I'm gonna call it a goatee, if you will. Like imagine a face, little guy right here. That's what this looks like, but it's futuristic, and it really singles out this tail piece. So like when you look at it, it's a very good focal point, and again, it's one of those design pieces that you go, man, that's interesting. So the last piece that I actually kind of like, I don't know that's very controversial, is the exhaust. I'm pretty sure it's a slip-on. It doesn't look like a complete system because you still have a nice cat down there. But I think it gives a little more bass to the exhaust sound. And the other major thing it did is it changed the foot position to the stock one. I had a problem at the track with the regular 1000R where my heel would actually come and it would hit this piece right here, and I couldn't rotate my feet properly on it, and I was always trying to find a good position. Riding this today, there's nothing there for your heel to hit. All right, so I have Chris, with the owner of this beautiful MV Agusta Rush 1000, and one, amazing machine, and two, you know, why MV Agusta? Why the brand? Because I know you've been with them for a long time.
Yes, I got started with them because I wanted something different. And I'd had several Ducatis in the past. I don't know, I had lots of 900 Super Sports in the 70s, and I had 916s, 996s.
Yeah.
And when I saw the F4 come out, and especially in the 1000cc version, I thought it was the most beautiful bike I'd ever seen.
I'd agree.
So I thought the 996s and 916s had become pretty popular and common by then.
Yeah.
So I thought, again, I want something different. So that's when I got an F4, got another F4 after that. I've been through a couple or three Brutales. I've had an 800RR triple, Lewis Hamilton.
Oh yes, that's a beautiful bike. I've seen that in person too.
Right, and the F4s I had was a Tamburini and an Agostini.
If you don't know those, look those up. They're very rare.
Yes, and ironically, when this first came out and debuted at the Milan show, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was too bizarre. I thought the rear wheel was ridiculous. There was a whole lot about it I didn't like. But the more I looked at it over the next several months, the more it grew on me, and I really liked it. And the next thing I knew, I had to have one. And with On Animoto's help, here in Tucson, they were able to source one for me, and here we are. All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
You bet. You're welcome.
This was a wonderful experience. Again, this really wasn't a review type video. I just wanted to showcase how gorgeous this Rush is. It is a truly unique piece. I want to thank Toad FPV for doing the drone shots. We had some issues to begin with, but we worked through them and still got just some amazing, amazing footage. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed this video, enjoyed this Rush. Again, there's 24 in the US. When are you going to see another one? With that, you all have a good one. I'm out.